It's the first inaugural episode, which we probably shouldn't say that because we're going to be sponsored by them anyway.
Yes, we are. Maybe not. It's on par with them.
We have to think together on this one. So we're here to discuss all the going-ons of the NFL this past week, and seeing how we're kind of 10 weeks late on this thing.
Yeah, exactly. We just thought about this literally like a week ago.
Yeah, probably. Let's discuss probably the number one story coming out of this weekend, and that's Peyton Manning's.
Peyton Manning. I can't believe it.
Performance.
He should have just retired. 4 interceptions, only 5 completed passes, and that's a Hall of Famer right there.
0.0 QBR.
That's atrocious.
That is
He was throwing interceptions like he meant to. Like he was at the head to throw picks, and then Brock Osweiler came in and he wasn't any much better.
The weird thing is, in that same game, he breaks the passing yard record.
Yep.
And
the irony.
Bench.
The irony.
Yeah. And then he gets benched.
He doesn't get it in Indianapolis.
No.
He
missed it by 4 yards. That's the best part.
The next game, he gets it and he gets benched because he throws 4 picks.
Exactly.
And it's not like he didn't get a touchdown. It's not like he threw 4 picks and he threw for 2 or 3 touchdowns. He didn't get any touchdowns.
No, it was 5 for 20, 30 yards.
Yeah, he was 5 for 2. He was 5 for 20. I'll have to look it up. He's 5 for 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 5 for 20, 35 yards and 4 picks.
I'm not concerned about Denver anymore.
I'm not concerned about him. I was a little bit because the way they were winning games with their defense. Now they have no run game.
No.
Hillman, Anderson,
they suck.
They're terrible.
Their receivers, they just lost Emmanuel Sanders.
Concussion. He was a game time decision yesterday, but he played anyways. Demaryius Thomas isn't getting the ball because you know why? Because Peyton Manning sucks. That's why.
Because Peyton Manning can't throw 10 yards down the
field. He can't. This is not the Peyton Manning of even last year when he was throwing bombs down the field. This is the Peyton Manning of this year. Old Peyton Manning.
Yeah. At this point, I think they should, sit Manning down, have him
bench him.
Yeah,
bench him entirely. Put Osweiler in the next game. Don't even dress him.
Yep. I mean, their next game is in Chicago against their former coach.
Yeah.
Which will be a very entertaining game. And I bet we're going to be talking about the Bears a little later.
Fucking hate the Bears.
Oh, man. It's more of a thing called, I'll get to that later, called contender, pretender.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
Yeah. But the main thing I'm gathering from this is I think Payne should just sit down. As soon as you heard about his foot and his issues, QBX should just sat him down, have him take a rest, because they're winning that division.
Yeah.
They're 7-2. They're winning that division.
Exactly. There's no way they're not going to win that division.
I mean, the only competition they have is Oakland, who is 4-5.
Yep. I'm going to talk about them later too. I'm a little disappointed in them.
Yep. So this actually brings the question, since we are Patriots fans here. Totally not going to be homers at this whole.
I probably am.
Yeah. So, do you think this eventually happened to Brady? He's only 2 years younger than Manning.
Well, considering that Brady hasn't had really any major injuries since the knee injury in 2008, I see him being better than Peyton Manning. I honestly do, because Peyton right now is struggling. Do you see? Well, Brady looked like shit in that game, but he has those games and have games where he'll throw for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns and have almost a perfect. He'll be 19 of 20 or 20 of 27. It'll be almost perfect.
Yeah.
But Peyton, those games are few and far between. Like the game he had against Green Bay. Yeah. When he threw for 371 yards, and people said that was his best game, but he didn't throw a touchdown.
No,
so I go back on that he had a great game, but he threw 1 interception and no touchdowns. So that's not really a good game.
His past 3 games, he's thrown 2 touchdowns and 7 picks. I think, if I did the math right.
That's terrible. On the season, I think he's under. Yeah. He has more picks than he does touchdowns.
He does.
Which is, I think, the first time in his career.
14. I think he has 14 touchdowns, too.
It'll be the first time in his career
14 interceptions.
That he has not had more touchdowns than interceptions, which is pretty bad. It's atrocious.
It is
atrocious. He's a shamble of himself.
Yeah.
He's in shambles. This guy's terrible.
He's most famously saying I'll play until I suck.
Well now he sucks. He sucks since the beginning of the year because you've thrown 9 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. That's the worst touchdown to interception ratio that he's had in his career.
That is Jay Cutler-esque numbers.
It is Jay Cutler-esque. I misspoken. His rookie year, he threw 28 interceptions to 26 touchdowns, which was by far his. Well, he's a rookie, so I can't really blame him for that.
It's a rookie. It's plus a bad team.
The Colts were terrible in the draft, and atrocious. They still were after they drafted
number one. Number one.
Was it 1 or was it 2?
They picked first, and then Ryan Leaf went after.
Oh, Leaf went after. That great quarterback right there, right, Chargers?
What a bust.
What a great quarterback. All he does is yell reporters. That's what you want from a quarterback.
Yeah.
They get arrested.
Get arrested for painkillers.
Looks like the Colts lucked out in that draft.
They did.
And the Chargers eventually did luck up because they got Philip Rivers.
They got Philip Rivers fantastic. Instead of Eli Manning.
They actually did draft Eli Manning.
They originally did it. Eli didn't want to go there.
Which I think, even though Eli's won 2 Super Bowls, I still think Philip Rivers is better than him.
Oh, yeah, he is. In terms of statistics, yeah, I think he's a better passer.
Eli Manning's thrown too many picks.
What?
Eli Manning's thrown way too many picks.
He's thrown, what was he? He led the league in interceptions 3 times.
Yeah, I don't think Rivers has led the league in interceptions at all. Even when the Chargers were bad.
All right, so I guess we can move on from Peyton. Let's go to what's going on in Green Bay right now.
Oh my God!
3 straight games.
3 straight games. Yes, my brother is a huge, ginormous Packers fan. He hates the Patriots with a burning passion, but I think it's funny because my whole family loves them and his best friends do too. Mm-hmm. So he's the odd man out in that one.
Too bad.
And he's just like, every week he'll go back and forth. Like this week, he's like, oh, the Packers' offense is terrible. The defense is good. Last week is, the defense is terrible, but their offense is good. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so do you like him or do you not like him? But either way,
they just lost to the worst team in the league.
They did, essentially.
1-7.
That was bad.
At home. At home.
At home.
Where the Packers are
virtually unbeatable.
Yes, I mean.
But you go to Lambeau, you lose.
I think the Jordy Nelson injury is finally catching up.
It is. It is big time because Cobb's getting double covered.
Yep.
James Jones hasn't been the same since his first couple of weeks back with the Packers again.
Well,
he's been bad.
And then who's left? Who's left after that?
Eddie Lacy's hurt again.
I mean,
I think he's been playing like shit too because
they're abandoning the running game.
They are.
Aaron Rodgers threw the ball 60 times.
Oh shit!
He threw the ball 60 times.
60 fucking times. That's a lot.
And this thing, they still had a chance to win the game. And Devontae Adams drops a 2-point conversion.
Yep.
And Mason Crosby
butchered it.
Fucking
butchered.
I thought he it got blocked, but no, he just shanked it.
He shanked it. They hit the front of the end zone. I think it did.
No, it was like
it went close.
It went like this.
It tumbled over. It's like how the ball falls off the tee.
Yeah.
Just like it looked like it just tumbled.
I'm like, what? I was like, I don't even know how you do that in the first place. Like, oh man,
that team is just
that's no excuse.
Spiraling downhill.
No excuse. And now Minnesota's taking over first place.
Minnesota too, another surprise team, which I thought seems to be terrible, but they're actually amazing. And Teddy Bridgewater is actually probably one of the saviors of that franchise.
Yeah.
And also having AP back too is a big.
Their defense is good. I love what's his name? Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs is a beast. I think Teddy Bridgewater from the get-go was just an amazing quarterback. He can run. He can throw the ball.
I think he's perfect in his role in terms of
he's a system quarterback.
Yeah,
the system fits perfect for him because Zimmer built the offense around him.
Yeah, it's more like his stats are not going to lie.
No, they're not. He's not going to throw 50 touchdowns, or he might get you 23.
Yeah, the offense is perfect for him because all he has, he's what you do. You hand it off to probably the best running back in the league, which is surprising because he's just turned 30 and he leads the NFL in rushing right now.
Exactly.
203 yards yesterday against the Raiders, including that 80-yard run that sealed the win.
That was bad, but that team is definitely a surprise.
And now I
feel bad for Mike Wallace because he's not getting the ball, but at the same time,
Mike Wallace is a tool.
I like to see him play on a team that can win that can throw him the ball because he's an elite receiver. But at the same time, he doesn't get the ball. But I think he'll take that over winning. Yeah. Anytime. I think he's gotten past the point where it was a tool because he realized that going to Miami was a mistake.
Yeah.
And now because you don't hear anything from him now.
No.
That means he's doing good. So that's a good thing for him to get out of Miami because that was a fucking festering wound in Dan Campbell, and that's another fucking story for another day. Fucking tool bag.
The main thing is with with Minnesota. Now they're in first place.
Yeah.
They're facing Green Bay next week. I don't know if it's in Minnesota or if it's in Green Bay. You might want to look that up.
I'll look it up. But I think it's in Lambeau.
Yeah, it's basically for control of this division.
Yeah.
But can Green Bay bounce back? Because they have the 25th ranked offense.
That offense is terrible now.
Do you think Robert Kraft's going to take over play calling now?
He might.
At this point, I would.
I think it's in. Is it in?
It's
in Minnesota.
It's in Minnesota.
It's in Minnesota. Minnesota has the advantage because Minnesota plays really well at home.
And Green Bay is not that good on the road.
They're not. They really haven't been. If they're at Lambeau, they're fine. But like they said, interesting fact about that was the Detroit Lions' first win in Lambeau Field since 1991.
I wasn't even born.
I wasn't born either. I was born a couple of years later. I was born in 1994.
I was born in 96.
And a couple of interesting facts, if I can pull this back up as a CBS article, but it was like Brett Favre was still a Falcon.
Yeah, he was still there.
Calvin Johnson was in kindergarten. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it nowhere. And there's two more other things that I don't quite remember.
You're gonna have to unplug.
Oh, all right. Yeah, sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Right.
There's a outlet inside the cabinet.
So I'm trying to find that article here for you a little bit. It's farther down because it was yesterday. So.
There we go. Sorry. All right. So we're discussing like all like the stuff that's happened since.
It's just crazy because Green Bay is going down in a downward spiral.
They lost 3 straight games. They lost against Denver.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers only threw 77 yards.
That was bad.
They lost against Carolina, and they almost won.
They almost did win.
But Aaron Rodgers missed the most open guy. And for a guy that's supposed to be the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, exactly. People say that Rodgers better than Brady. I highly doubt that.
I say he's the best pure quarterback.
Best pure quarterback.
But the best quarterback in the league. He's younger. He can move.
Yeah, he can move. He can move a bit quicker than Brady. But at the
he
same time,
was
Brady
accurate.
Yeah. Like I was saying though about that, the last time the Lions won, it was 1991. Brett Favre was still a Falcon. Megatron was in kindergarten. That's Calvin Johnson. Mike Tomziak was the Packers QB, and Barry Sanders started running back for the Lions. That's how long ago that was.
Packers fans, I think should we start pressing the panic? Is there a panic button?
I think it might be. If they lose to the Vikings, I think the panic button might need to come out.
Yep.
But if they win against the Vikings, then they're in first place in the division. Everything's right back in Packerland again. But it depends if they can capitalize on it. Can they get out there? Can they go to Minnesota, pull out a gutsy victory after 3 losses in a row, which is virtually unheard of in the Aaron Rodgers era?
Yep.
Can they do it? Maybe.
We have to take a look at that later on Friday when we actually do the previews and picks.
Yep.
I think that will be one of our subjects of the roundtable. We'll look at that later.
Exactly. We'll probably start the show with one of those predictions.
Yep. All right. So
and the review from Thursday.
Yep. Let's go through the probably the best game of the week: New York Giants versus the New England Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
My heart stopped during that game. Like twice.
It was like about when Brady threw that almost interception. It was like there was about 2 minutes left, and when he threw that pass, I knew it was going to get picked off. I had a feeling it was going to get picked off because Brady loves to do those passes.
Yeah.
Where he'll, it's like 1st and 10, and he's at his own 20, and he'll fucking just heave a pass downfield to fucking no one, and he'll get picked off. To Aaron Dobson. Okay. My point, Aaron Dobson, is what the fuck is he still doing on this team?
I have no idea what he's.
What is he doing? He hasn't played in 3 weeks, and when he does, Brady doesn't throw the ball. When he does, he can't catch it. So he had one good week in week 3, and other than that, he's been atrocious. I've
dubbed him, Aaron drops it.
Aaron drops it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, where did the ball go? Oh, I dropped it again. Sorry, guys, throw it to me again.
So
one thing that really pissed me off too was there was a guy in the preseason named Chris Harper. He was amazing in the preseason. He was an undrafted receiver out of Cal. he looked like he was going to be amazing. He made the opening day roster, played in the first game, and they cut him after that, put him on the practice squad. They kept fucking Aaron Dobson instead of him.
Yeah.
Which is like, he played better than Dobson in the preseason.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get those like standouts, like in the preseason, like a Brian Timms and a Malcolm Butler, who Malcolm Butler is by far probably one of the best cornerbacks in the league now, in a very short period of time.
Except for that one...
That 187-yard bomb. No, it wasn't even a bomb that Eli threw.
Yeah.
It was fucking Devin McCourty got away.
Beckham caught it. Butler got checked by his own teammate, and he ran all the way downfield. By the way, you know how many receptions he had since then? 3, for a grand total of 20 yards.
Yep.
Butler had him shut down.
It wasn't even Butler's fault, because McCourty wasn't even like... He tried to play. He was trying to like help him.
Yeah.
But like he wasn't even the same path as Odell was.
No, not even close.
And he just took out Butler.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Another play too was the Amendola kick return.
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing, Harmon? Get the fuck out of his way!
Oh, he tripped him, and
I couldn't even believe it. I was like,
they scored anyway. If they didn't score, I would vilify him. But they did. They did. It turned to a kind of a little bit of a funny play.
It did, but that infuriated me. I was like, every time someone's open, it's like, oh, watch out for John Harmon. He's gonna come out of nowhere and get in your way. Fucking, they show the stat cast of where like Harmon was and where Amendola was. Yep. He literally went like this and caught up to him. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Did he forget who he's tackling? Did he forget what team he was on? I think he did.
I was like, he's gonna go to the sidelines. He's gonna take his Patriots jerseys off. He's gonna have a fucking Giants jersey on.
I'm a Giants fan.
I was like, you gotta be fucking serious.
Okay, so let's dive into the big story that came out of that. Oh, someone's at the door.
This isn't a class, right?
No.
Okay, thank you.
So let's dive into the biggest story animal to come out of this was Julian Edelman's broken foot.
Yeah.
Are you concerned?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. I am concerned a little bit, not a whole lot, because I know it's going to be Belichick's mentality is next man up.
Next man up is Amendola.
Next man up is Amendola.
And he actually did. He won the game. He did. He won the game.
He did. He came up with some huge catches there. Gronk was pretty much invisible in that game.
Except for that one
touchdown. Yeah, I think he had like a couple of catches after that from like minimal yards. And Brady wasn't targeting him at all except for that touchdown.
Yeah, I'm not concerned.
I'm also concerned about Scott Chandler because his fucking psyche is probably ruined because he can't catch anything anymore.
He missed.
Coming out of Buffalo, this guy was like
I thought it was gonna be like.
I thought it was gonna be like amazing. Like he was amazing when he was at Buffalo. Yeah. Every year, like almost double digits in touchdowns, and like 5 seasons. I think he had like 30 touchdowns with the Bills, like 20, 30 touchdowns.
Think about the people that were throwing to him. Ryan Fitzpatrick, fucking EJ
Manuel.
That's it. Those are the 2.
Yep. No, Loseman was before him, but Trent Edwards, I think, was the one that threw to him. Rando quarterback that they had, and but I thought he was going to be we had the Twin Towers. He's not out there. He's not out there. Yeah. A fucking giant, massive humanity, and he's taller than Gronk, and he's not out there because he can't catch it off the ball every single time he catches it. He has like 2 touchdowns in the season.
And the 2 touchdowns were like 1 yard each.
Yep. It's a red zone specific thing. So
Brady threw a really bad interception at the end zone.
Oh my god. We could have won that game by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a bad throw.
That was bad. He
tried
to get LaFell. He tried to hit LaFell, but he threw behind him for some strange reason. One of those Brady passes. You go, what the hell was that? And he's like, oh my fucking god.
He was pissed after the game.
He was pissed. Like,
Bills,
you could see it
on
too.
Monday night, they're going to get their asses kicked. Brady's going to come out. He's going to be so freaking pissed.
He's going to be mad. I think is it at home too? Or
it's at home. Yeah. He's pissed.
So, he throws that pick. I think they go down and... Did they get a touchdown or
they got a field goal.
They got a field goal.
And that's what set up for the Gostkowski game winner.
Yep.
So
that's on that drive too, that almost pick. He didn't control it all the way to the ground.
Yes.
So that wasn't a pick, and Brady got lucky because if he controlled it all the way to the ground, got back
that
up,
would have been
the worst. That would have been it. That would have been like, oh my god, the fucking Giants screwed us again. But thankfully, we have Steven Gostkowski, who by far is the best kicker in the league.
Yep.
Fucking money. This guy can kick it from anywhere he wants with ease. You know,
and
it wasn't right down the middle this time like most of his kicks were.
I think the
wind
was good
enough.
I think the wind took it a little. little bit.
The wind, because it started off kind of going a little bit straight, and then the wind took it.
So
crazy.
should we? I'll first look at this. Did the Patriots win the game, or did the Giants blow?
I think the Giants blew it. We won, but I'm happy.
They had so many opportunities.
Yeah.
Odell dropped the touchdown.
That has been a debate. Is it a touchdown or is it not a touchdown? Whenever you see this, what is your opinion on it? Comment down below if you thought it was a touchdown or if you thought it wasn't a touchdown.
My personal opinion, I thought it was a touchdown because he had.
I thought so too at first.
He had control of the ball. He had 2 feet down.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, all right, that's a touchdown.
I thought so too.
And then the ball, I was like, the ball got knocked out. I was like, oh well, Patriots catch a break. And I'm thinking, like, all right, well, they're gonna go in anyway.
Yeah, but they went to review it anyways because
I was actually kind of pissed on that one because I'm like, oh, damn it, that means they have the ball for a little longer.
Yeah.
And they got the 2-minute warning.
But they got the field goal, which at the end of the day was like we played pretty good defense down in the red zone, which held them to a field goal, which eventually led to.
I think the defense played pretty well after that.
Yep.
87-yard bomb.
That should never have happened.
Yep. They're missing Jamie Collins. Really bad. They're missing Jamie Collins.
Big time. He's still out. I don't know. They don't know what's wrong with him. He has an illness. He's sick.
He can't eat.
He can't eat. He's weak.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with him? No one knows.
He's
been told that he don't even go to Gillette Stadium. He can't go with it. He can't even be around his team because he's that sick and he's that contagious.
Yep. So the Julian Edelman injury, it's a broken foot. He's out for the rest of the regular season.
Yeah.
I think he'll be back.
One of that first playoff game is whether it's going to be we get the bye and then the first and then we get the divisional. So because I know we're not going to get a fucking wild card game, so it's the divisional matchup during the second week of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine by then. I think
he'll be fine. There's plenty of time because we get that bye. That bye also helps too.
Yep.
And
we pretty much do have the bye at this point.
We pretty much do. It's either one or two.
Let's see here. Who's left?
I don't even know.
I know what it is. It's Buffalo, Denver, Tennessee, Jets, Miami. I think we end in Miami.
Yeah, because the Winter Classic this year is at Joe Stadium, so we've had the last 3 games on the road.
Yeah, I know it's like Tennessee, Jets, and I think that is the last. Those are all the last.
Yeah,
games.
I think the last 3 teams
is Tennessee, Jets, and Miami.
Tennessee, hope
Houston,
and a prayer.
Houston.
Houston too. Yeah, because I think we have Houston on the Monday to Sunday game.
I think Houston's home at home.
Houston.
If it's
talk about a team that had so much hype and just fucking fell flat on the face.
I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So I'm not concerned about the Edelman injury. I say like Edelman,
I'm not either.
Stay allowed as long as you can.
Yeah, exactly. We need you for the long run.
Recover on. If it was Gronk, I'd say.
If it was Gronk, yes, because that's like
Gronk
that's
is more
an
valuable
issue.
than Edelman.
Gronk is more reliable, and it's one of Brady's favorite targets. So
yeah.
I mean, Edelman's a safety blanket because you saw like every time third down, Edelman.
But I'm saying like we have a replacement for Edelman. It's Amendola.
Yeah.
He's not as good, but I'm saying like it's a replacement.
It's a replacement. He's been better.
Yeah, he's played better this season.
Yeah.
Who's the replacement for Gronk? No one.
So back to that thing. We're going to be fighting Cincy for the first round bye.
Yeah.
And then the 1 seed. Cincy's 8-0.
I think Cincy's going to puke on themselves. By the way.
Cincy, Denver somehow still 7-2. And then it's 4-5 of the Colts of that despicable division. And then the Steelers 5, Bills 6, Jets 7, Kansas City's 8. It's like it's the Chiefs, Raiders, Dolphins are 4-5 that tied for 6th place. Yeah, I think they're not.
It's a giant scramble that last.
It's a giant scramble.
Yeah.
8 through 10 is 4 and 5.
All right, so
it's a clusterfuck.
I guess that kind of segues into our next segment, the contender or pretender, where I'm going to give you a team that's in the playoff hunt, and you're going to tell me if they're a contender, as in like you really think they could actually win, go all the way in, or are they just like a false team?
Yeah.
So let's start with the Minnesota Vikings. Are they a contender?
I think they're a contender this year. I honestly think they do. They've improved even last year too. They were 7-9 with Teddy Bridgewater at the end of the season. That carried over.
Yeah, without no Adrian Peterson.
With no Adrian Peterson, with Matt Castle and Christian Ponder.
The dentist himself.
Fucking Christian Ponder, one of the worst QBs ever. Fucking terrible.
Christian Ponder, he looks like a dental assistant.
He does, because he's probably what
he's doing now.
Because he can't throw the ball.
Christian Ponder, the garbage man.
He's like, even like the past couple of years, me and my brother were like, How's Christian Ponder starting QB in this league? Like, he
No one
threw
knows.
But I remember one game, he threw like 10 passes, and they won the game somehow. He threw like 10 passes for like 100 yards. But like, how the fuck is this guy still in the league?
We have no idea. All right. The Jets.
No.
No?
Bates, all the way, pretenders.
Yeah, let's see here. They're Ryan
If this was a few weeks ago, I would have said contenders, but they're pretenders now.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is
The only reason why they're winning games. Let's put it that way.
Pretty
Geno
much.
Smith came in, they were atrocious.
and he's getting surgery on his hand. I think defense is getting exposed because Cromartie, that's it.
Cromartie, yeah.
He's getting exposed.
Yeah, exactly. Cromartie's Revis, too, is always hurt now. His hamstrings been bothering him like crazy.
It's like they've given
He has chronicle hamstring injuries.
So
It's a hamstring problem. Then same thing with Odell.
they've given up 300-yard passing for the past, I think, 3 games.
They're getting exposed.
Yeah.
Their run defense isn't as good as it was at the beginning of the year.
No. They're not a force. I think people are bottling up Chris Ivory. They're double teaming Marshall, who is, I think at this point he's going out.
Yep, exactly.
I think he's checking out.
Yeah, because Geno Smith's not the quarterback, and he thought Geno Smith is the second coming of Jesus Christ. So
he sucks.
Geno Smith is atrocious.
He sucks.
Did you see how bad they were when they came into the game after Fitzpatrick broke his fucking finger?
Yeah. Oh man.
If Fitzpatrick has 100% healthy, this team has a chance
the best game I've ever heard of. In the first quarter, he only threw 5 passes and 3 of them were picked off.
That's bad.
Okay.
That's so bad.
Buffalo. It's tough. That's
tough. I'm gonna go on a limb and say contender.
I think this team's gonna make the playoffs.
I think they will make the playoffs. I'm not saying they're gonna all the way, but there will be a wild card team.
Yep, with Rex. Cheering them on.
Cheering them on like they won the Super Bowl.
I love this. Like weeks 8 talks about the Patriots. Like he's gonna be talking about the Patriots for the next 5 weeks.
Yes, exactly.
It's like,
he's gonna be talking about the Patriots for the next 5 years. That's how long his contract is. And every week it's
the Clemson helmet. I like to laugh myself with.
I swear to God, he's obsessed with the Patriots.
He is.
He'll be facing like the Raiders.
He's got like a voodoo doll of Tom Brady, and he's like hitting with needles.
He has in his press conferences, like, all the time, it's always like, he'll be facing like the Raiders or the Jets. And he'll be like, next week facing the Patriots.
Yeah, it's like, we have King Kong out there. It's like, we have to cover Gronk.
Such a fucking, like,
yeah.
He is so...
Oh, man, he screwed up that defense.
He did.
He screwed that defense.
They started out great, then they got too cocky.
Yeah,
they're talking... They always talk. That defense always talks because Rex Ryan's the coach and he doesn't give a shit what they say.
Yeah.
And it's always like, they always talk mad trash. And you know what happens? When they talk trash? They get blown up.
And they've lost. Well, they're 4-5.
Lethal Bills defense got picked apart by Brady. Even though we let them in at the end of the game, they made it a close game at the end because we stopped playing.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
we didn't care.
We didn't care. We gave up.
Yep.
So that's why they came back.
All right. So I think Bills will make. I think they'll get the 6th seed. I think it's gonna be.
They'll be the top wild card team.
I think it's Pittsburgh and Buffalo gonna make the wild card. Mm-hmm. Just saying. All right. Next up is Tampa.
I've liked what I've seen from them, but they're pretenders.
They're on the rise. I think.
They're on the rise. They'll be good with that. I like what Jameis is doing. I think that he's matured up. I think he's matured a lot since he's been in college.
Yep.
I think the NFL has humbled him a little bit because when he was in college, he was a shithead.
Yeah.
And I think the NFL has humbled him to a degree, and I feel like he can be an elite quarterback within the next couple of years because he has flashes of it, but then he also has his
two really bad interceptions.
Before that, though, he hadn't had a turnover in like 4 games.
Yep.
So he has the mentality of a great quarterback.
He rushed for the game-winning score.
Yeah.
They have Doug Martin. I think Doug Martin is, when healthy,
a great running back.
Yeah, but he's injured a lot.
When he's injured, he's
Mike
lost
Evans,
his effectiveness.
Mike Evans is good.
Mike Evans is good, but I think at the past 10 games, he has 11 drops.
Yeah.
So that leads the league. So that's terrible.
Yep.
But
the defense still needs work.
The defense needs work big time.
But hey, you know what?
I mean,
they won more games than I thought they would so far. So I put them in there because they beat Dallas. And by the way, you guys.
They have their pieces.
Yep.
They have Werner.
Yep.
They have
McCoy.
They have Joe McCoy.
Yep.
Again, can't rent enough about him. One of the best defensive tackles in the league.
I think
very young too.
Very
I think about 26, 27 years old. He's very underrated. He's fast. He's like a Warren Sapp type of player where he's quick. He can get to the quarterback.
And he does not go, and he goes across the space. That was good.
He's just he's a phenomenal player.
Yep.
He's a freakish athlete for being almost over 300 pounds.
Yep. All right, next up is the Bears.
No, pretenders.
Oh man, James Langford.
James Langford. I mean, he's been good
for the past 2 weeks.
But
Jay Cutler has not.
Jay Cutler's been okay. I mean,
he hasn't turned the ball over, so that's
he hasn't.
A plus.
Me personally,
John Fox has turned the defense
the past couple of weeks.
They beat San Diego and they beat St. Louis.
Before Gurley ran for that touchdown, they said he had not. The Bears defense has not given up a rushing touchdown in 6 games. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But again, Todd Gurley, he's going to get in the end zone regardless. Because that's the only fucking option they have.
He's a beast.
Rookie of the year, hands down.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And me being a gigantic Rams fan, that loss fucking stung because of one person and one person only. Dick Foles. Nick Foles is the worst fucking quarterback I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
In the past, since their bye week, when they faced Green Bay, I think it was week 5, I think was there after their bye week. But I'm gonna bring up a few stats here. I'm gonna leave it to the fans.
The Rams have the worst passing offense in the league.
Yeah, they do. I'm gonna leave it to the fans here. You can tell me. Just go on the limb and tell me if you like him or not. I fucking hate him. He's destroyed the Rams' offense. This is his touchdown to pick ratio on the season since week 5. 1 touchdown, 4 picks. That was week 5. Week 6, they had the bye. No touchdowns, no picks, week 7. 1 touchdown, no picks, week 8. No touchdowns, no picks in weeks 9 and weeks 10.
He's only thrown 1 touchdown. He's only thrown 2 touchdown passes.
In comparison, let's see the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady. In comparison,
let me guess. Ready? Let me just see here. 4, 4, 2, and 2. That's my guess. I should know. If I get this right,
let's just see here.
Let's see if I get that right.
So on the season, Dick Foles has 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
Tom Brady has 24 touchdowns.
The greatest quarterback in the history of the league has, if this will fucking load,
23 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
Because I think he had
24.
Or maybe. Well, if that's okay. So, okay.
And
So he has, okay.
Let's see if I get this. If I get this right, it'd be awesome.
24 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Nick
Foles has 7 touchdowns and 6 picks on the fucking season. It's week 10.
He's going to. You think about it, he's in the division with the freaking Seahawks and the Cardinals.
They started out great. I thought this was going to be a great year for the Rams, being a huge Rams fan. They have
They're still in it. They're still in it.
Tom Brady is known for 3,043 yards. Nick Foles is known for 1,678 yards.
I think they're still in it.
He has the mentality of a third-string quarterback.
I think he's just lost in the. I think it's a bad offensive system.
I don't think the offense is bad. I think the quarterback's just fucking terrible. Because if you haven't thrown a touchdown in the past 2 weeks, he hasn't thrown a touchdown in 3 weeks.
Yep.
3 weeks.
I think of this. Well, who are you going to bench him for? I don't even. Travaris Jackson.
The backup's like Case Keenum. He's not terrible, but at the same time, they need a new quarterback.
Like this,
and he's on the books for 3 more years.
Worse.
They need a better quarterback, and he's on the books for 3 more years because he signed a 2-year deal and he had 1 year left.
Atlanta.
Fuck you, Nick Foles.
Atlanta.
Pretenders.
Yeah, I don't believe in this team at all.
Nope. They started out like a house on fire,
and then they
have no offense now. They have zero offense.
And no defense either.
Devonta Freeman, my brother has him on fantasy, and he's just been singled out.
Yep.
They know it. He's not that hard to cover.
And they double cover Julio Jones, who still getting open.
Still getting open, even though he's double covered.
Yeah.
It's just that team's falling apart, and they might be a wild card team in the NFC. Who knows?
They might be. I'm not sure. That NFC last wild card is wide open.
It is. That NFC, it's very top heavy.
Yeah.
So the wild card spots.
And the last one is the Chiefs. After they've won, I think they've won 2 straight games, and even though they lost,
this one's tough because they've been good. They've been very good. Besides Alex Smith,
they've been good pretty much. No, they've been good since they lost Jamal Charles. Ironically enough,
since that Lions game in London, they've been great. Their defense has been great again. That's the reason why they're 4-5 right now, and not 0 whatever.
Yeah,
they're not under
500.
They're not like 0-9.
They have had they do still have opportunities. And by the way, Jim Caldwell, after that win, I have to point this out because I always point it out. He still had the same expression on his face.
Nothing. He has the same facial expression even after a win.
Woo.
In a loss.
It's like this. You just won $10 million. What's your expression?
He's literally. I know some of you football fans won't get this. He's the Nikki Bella of football. She has one facial expression. Jim Caldwell has one facial expression.
Jim Caldwell. No, did you see his like post game celebration after he missed the game? He was like, "Can't fix my face."
That team was atrocious.
2-7.
They're lucky they got 2 wins.
Oh my god! And by the way, I got one stuff. I have a bet with my friend saying who's going to be a better quarterback at the end of the season. He thought that Sam Bradford was going to be a top 5 quarterback. I said Matthew Stafford was better. It's like, want to make a bet? $10 bet. Whoever has the best QBR at the end of the season will win $10. Matthew Stafford's right now the 25th ranked quarterback in the league. Sam Bradford's the 30th.
Yep.
So I'm still winning. Yeah.
Still winning. I think Stafford is the better of the 2 QBs.
Thank you.
It's because Sam Bradford, being like I said, lifelong Rams fan here, fucking terrible.
He is.
No knees left in his body.
Dude,
this guy's got no knees left.
No his knees. All right. This is the last topic I want to talk about before we talk about the Monday night and Thursday night games. Is the AFC's and sorry, this will lead right into our discussion of the both games wide open. Is the AFC South wide open right now?
Yes.
Who do you think can win it now? Because it's not a lot for Indy.
The reason why at the trade deadline we had interest in Jason McCourty, to brother Devin McCourty, is because we need a cornerback, but Tennessee had they inquired about him, but there was not really. We were interested, but Tennessee was not interested in giving up for one reason and one reason only. They're still in the fucking race. They were 1 game back at the trade deadline. Now I think they're about 2 games back.
Yep.
So. And the Colts are atrocious. They've been atrocious all season long.
And they don't have Andrew Luck anymore.
They don't have Luck for a month. Matt Hasselbeck is better. I don't give a shit. Andrew Luck is atrocious this year.
I'd say this, and this is actually gonna be very high partnership here. I think Jacksonville can win this division.
He could. They could. They played good. They played pretty good in that last game again.
And by the way, Baltimore,
you might find this about me as we go along with this. I'm a big fan of Jacksonville, Oakland, St. Louis. Like all the bad teams. All the Raiders. I've been a fan of the Raiders for about 5 years. Jacksonville for about 4 years. The Rams since I was about 10. Since about since about 2001. Right
since they won.
Right after the Patriots beat them in the Super Bowl. I've been a huge fan of them. That's a long, long time.
It's a long time.
I just like all those bad teams because I feel like they're on the rise. Like the Raiders are on the rise.
They are.
By the way, Charles Woodson. That guy's the fucking man. He's the best. He's the best defensive back, period, in the league.
How does this at
39 years old, almost 40 years old, he's the best defensive back in the league and leads the league in interceptions and fucking safety.
Do you think he can break the record?
I think he can.
He only needs 3 more to break the record.
I think he will.
Right?
At 39 years old, he's the best defensive back in the league, and like a famous expression, like a fine wine. He only gets better with age.
Yep.
He has been amazing this year.
Yep.
He's been amazing. This is his 3rd year back with the Raiders, I think.
Yep.
And he's been great in all 3 years.
And then we have the Jacksonville could win this division.
Jacksonville could win this division.
They can.
They have the pieces.
I
Myers proved that he could kick long field goals, but he's been too inconsistent. Blake Bortles, same thing. He's been too inconsistent, but he's got greatness in his DNA.
Alan Hearns and
Robinson. Hearns is on my fucking fantasy team. He's a beast. Robinson, beast. They really lack that true number 1 wide receiver, but they have two
number 2s.
2 amazing number 2s in Hearns and Robinson.
The defense has
and Marquise Lee has the potential to be a very great.
By the way, Baltimore blew that game at the end. You know what happened? It's like I think. Who was it? Kruger that got like a 50-yard personal foul?
Elvis Dumerville.
He got a 50-yard personal foul.
The most blatant face mask I've ever seen in my entire life.
To put Jacksonville in field goal range and win the game.
They were they had no timeouts. I was like, "What are you doing, Blake? Like, take a knee, do something." And I was like, "Oh my god, the fucking game's over." He's got sacked. and they showed the replay, and Dumerville literally almost broke his neck with that face mask.
Yep.
And I was like, and then pushed Myers up to a 53 field goal, and he drilled it, and I jumped up like a fucking little kid.
I don't think Houston will do it. I think
Houston's so bad. That defense is atrocious.
They have a really, really bad schedule coming up.
Okay, so at the beginning of the season, this team was gonna win the division.
No, I thought that they're gonna be in the wild card hunt.
I thought they were. I thought they were gonna be
I thought Indy was gonna win the division all the way because Indy has the best quarterback.
I thought maybe not win the division, but come close, within a game or a half a game winning the division. But I have a couple of points here. What the fuck's JJ Watt? Where's Jadeveon Clowney? Where's Vince Wilfork? Where's Joseph? And where's Kareem Jackson? Those are your major players right there.
You mean Uncle Ben? Good lord, him in the overall is fucking hilarious.
I looked this up. I think it was yesterday. Vince Wilfork has started every game on the season. Just
no idea.
Just one. He has 8 tackles on the season. 8 compared to about 40. He's averaging about 30 to 40 a season when he was at the Patriots. Yep. He has 8 this year through 10 games.
JJ Watt has 8.5 sacks so far. Second in the league.
That's the most quietest 8.5 sacks.
I always said that about Chandler Jones. I'm like, yeah.
How does he have 9.5 sacks?
He has 10.
I thought JJ Watt had that strip sack.
Yep.
That brought up to 10, but I thought I didn't think JJ Watt had more than 4.
You see, I know
he's the most quiet. Usually you see him.
Yeah.
You can't even see if he got a sack this year. The quietest 8.5 sacks I think I've ever seen.
It was like Chandler Jones. It's he had all of his sacks. I don't remember one of them.
I really don't either.
In his career.
Not last year, the year before.
Yeah.
Because last year was hurt, but the year before that, he had the mysterious 11.5 sacks somehow.
I don't remember this at all. I'll remember some of them this year. I remember the one we beat the double team in Miami.
Now these ones are more notable. You can see these ones.
The strip sacks.
The strip sacks, he gets around the double teams. This guy's so fast.
I don't think Tennessee will win this division, by the way.
Also, with that Chandler Jones kind of thing, go on the Chandler Jones aspect. Next year, not next year, but the year after, the Patriots have 3 free agents. Jamie Collins, Dante Hightower, Chandler Jones. They can sign 2 of them. Who do you sign?
Collins is my number 1, and I'd sign Jones.
This is between me and my brother. My brother thought of this, because he's into all that shit. He knows when the contracts are up. For me and him, we said Hightower and Collins.
Jones is the other one out.
Jones is odd man out because he's going to want a ton of money.
Yeah,
and he's going to be
I wouldn't mind.
Here he's more grounded, just sat at the quarterback.
Yeah,
and occasionally going to coverage, but with
Collins.
Let's say Dallas throws it. My brother pointed this out. What if Dallas throws a ton of money at him and just lets him run free, and he doesn't do anything, and he becomes a big bust? So, for me personally, I'd love to sign all 3 of them. I think all 3 are going to be star players in this league for many, many, many years to come, especially Hightower, who, not last year but the year before, was pretty bad.
He was.
He got beaten in coverage, everything. He had the dot, too, in the back of the head, the microphone. Last year, he was amazing. This year, he is spectacular. Yeah. This guy is one of the best linebackers in the league. Mm-hmm. He's a star player for us. He's amazing. Jamie Collins, freak athlete. This guy is unreal. Coverage, he's a coverage linebacker. He was a safety in college. He's got the length. He's got everything. He's just everything you want in a linebacker. Mm-hmm. Chandler Jones, again, a freak athlete. Yep. Quickness. Techniques up the ass. He's a fucking technique machine. He's so quick he can go around even the most talented fucking of tackles in the league to get to the quarterback. He is so talented.
I think the reason why I'd sign those 2 because with Hightower, I think you can find another Hightower.
You could find another Hightower.
You can't find another Jamie Collins.
You can't find the Jamie Collins is the automatic re-sign.
The Chandler Jones is. I like to keep him because I like the fact that Patriots have this pass rush that will,
kind of invisible for a little bit last night, but
to hold up their secondary. Coleman,
Justin Coleman,
the phantom pass interference call on he didn't even touch him.
I saw a funny picture today because I like to get my football information from all teams, so I liked the Giants page, and that was a mistake because they had like the Patriots 12th man. It was a picture of the refs, but it was actually with around because the refs were trying to win the game for the Giants.
Yeah, true. It's like they
See how many crappy penalties there were in that game?
Oh my god, the Malcolm Butler one was.
All of them were really bad. Bad penalties.
The one I remember most is the one where
Beckham fell down and they called it on Butler for pass interference.
He didn't even touch him. Good going, Ed Hockey. Good going.
Ed Hockey cares more about his muscles than he does about calling a football game.
Muscles,
So it says
they have 3
New England. I'm gonna bring it up here. New England Patriots 12th man, and it has a picture of the referees.
All the referees.
But in reality, who was the 12th man for the Giants in that game?
The refs.
The referees.
Ed Hockey in particular.
It was atrocious.
By the way, Goodell attended that game.
He did. Surprise, surprise. Maybe shouldn't have been there for week 1.
He showed up to a New York stadium.
Where they didn't hate him.
Yep. And I'm gonna love when if the Patriots do win the Super Bowl and if they're undefeated, that Goodell has to hand the trophy over to Brady, and Brady's gonna say,
"Sweet revenge."
Look at him and says, "No, bitch."
Thank you for the trophy. I'll be taking that.
Yep. Here's your ball. Measure it.
This team is just greatness.
Yep.
I mean, last night was a bit of a hiccup, as we know, because Brady will have those games and the defense will have those games. But all around, this team's great.
Yep.
Fantastic team from top to bottom. Even though the cornerback play has been very inconsistent, especially with Logan Ryan, I fucking hate him. At the same time, I thought Coleman played not too. I thought he played okay in this game, but he's been better in the past couple of weeks.
Yep. Before this game,
he's been playing some pretty good football, but. He's an undrafted rookie free agent. He's a third-string.
Do you expect anything else now? All right, so let's go to the preview of Monday Night Football. Speaking of, like we were talking about the AFC South, it's the
So earlier news, kind of not breaking news, but earlier news said that Rob Ryan was going to get fired. Now apparently he's not.
Who?
Defensive coordinator Rob Ryan for the Saints remains on staff pending meeting with GM.
What is he? The hobo himself.
The defense is fucking terrible. I remember when he signed with the Saints. They had amazing defense for like a couple of seasons.
They are 4th in defense.
And now they're
30
within the past 2 years, they are atrocious.
Dead last.
They are atrocious.
The weird thing is like Rob Ryan, the hobo himself.
Yep.
He does not.
It was funny
like,
too.
Dude, trim your hair, man.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
on the 70s.
My dad has a funny thing because of Rex Ryan's grandmother. Because
fat.
He's just Rex Ryan's not fat anymore. You can tell the difference between them clearly because one has gray hair and one is a fucking loser. So,
alright. So why the heck is Rob keeping his job? He sucks.
I don't know.
I mean, for God's sakes, like 44 points against the Redskins. I granted it's the Redskins, but 44 points. You get 4 touchdowns against Kirk Cousins.
Granted, though. The Redskins have been better under Kirk Cousins than they were with RG3.
RG 3rd string. What was the other one I had? RG on the bench.
RG on the bench. He is so bad. They need to get rid of him.
He blew his knee out and it was all over.
His rookie year, I thought he was like that. He was going to be great. I thought this guy has legitimate potential to be something special. When the playoff game happened,
and then he
forgot how to run the ball. He forgot how to throw the ball, and his knees are gone. Because he had about 60,000 knee surgeries in college.
And then he became a whiny bitch.
Yep.
All right.
So
I think we're all good here. I think we can go on to the Monday night game here.
Which is tonight at 8:30.
8:30 on ESPN. It's going to be the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Houston Texans in Cincinnati. Now, for these games, I like to do a thing called the round table, where we're going to compare the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers, the tight ends.
It's a good thing.
Defense, and then head coach, whoever's the best one, probably will win the game.
Yep.
It's in Cincinnati. So we'll start with quarterback. Brian Hoyer versus Andy Dalton.
That's probably not even a serious question here. Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton. Even though I think Andy Dalton in big games is a choker.
He's been better. He's been amazing this year.
Yep.
There's a reason why the Bengals have been 8-0 this year.
The Dolphins.
You know why?
By the way, I have a cartoon about that. It's like there's 2 dolphins. One's a mama dolphin, one's a baby dolphin. And the little dolphin tells the big dolphin, "What? Oh, mommy, what's the playoffs? I don't know. I'm a dolphin."
So the Bengals their defense has been a big part of that, but also Andy Dalton too being very consistent.
Something you haven't seen.
Something you haven't seen from Andy Dalton.
I think this is his. Even though the last game he tried to give that one away.
Yep.
He threw for 3 picks, and then Ben Roethlisberger threw 4. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why they walked out of the game with a winner.
Exactly. He has been very consistent in that game.
I wouldn't be shocked if Cincinnati yaks themselves. Okay, so,
I'd be surprised if they do because they've had such an awesome season.
Yeah, running backs, Alfred Blue versus Giovanni Bernard and Jeremy Hill.
Get the Bengals again. Bengals again.
Twice. All right, now this is where it gets more interesting. Wide receivers and tight ends. I think it's still Bengals, but the Bengals, here's what they have. Was it Jones, Green, Eifert?
Jones, Green, Sanu,
and Eifert. On the Texans, you have DeAndre Hopkins. And fuck, I don't even know the rest of them.
The random ass dude who keeps on taking catches away from him.
Put name here. The guy that they probably put a petition out in Houston said, "Do you want to be a wide receiver? Come join this. Come down here."
I think they did. But
they just brought some bum off the streets and this.
Exactly. They had no fucking clue. Bengals again.
You know what the sad thing is? They have a higher ranked offense than the Bengals.
How? Because Hopkins.
Yeah, they have a 6th. They're 6th, and Bengals I think are 7th. This would be fun. Now for the defense. God.
Where do we even go with this one?
It's like Bengals are so in the middle. They're right in the middle of the pack. They're 14th ranked.
Like I was saying earlier, what the fuck has Houston's defense been all season?
They have a really bad run defense.
Oh, I thought a name just popped up. Cecil Shorts is the second string wide receiver.
I just forgot about that.
I literally just popped him in. Oh, Cecil Shorts.
Cecil Shorts the third.
Like that. I'm the third Shorts.
The third Shorts.
I'm the third string in Shorts.
I'm pretty sure that never mind. I can't. The joke was lost. I was gonna say like Houston should bring them another pair of shorts, and I just grabbed them themselves.
Well, I might want to grab a third pair of those shorts.
Yeah, exactly. Cecil Turtle, come on here.
Cecil, go get your third pair of shorts.
Okay.
So anyway,
I can't take him seriously with a guy named Cecil. No offense, your name is Cecil, but I can't take people seriously with a name like that.
So
defensively,
I think I go with the Bengals again. Because Jonathan Joseph has been atrocious, and Green Jackson's been atrocious, and then safety's been atrocious.
Toss up. I'm gonna go with.
I say if we
I'm taking Houston. I'll take Houston.
Be different this time, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be different here. All right, now time for head coach.
Marvin Jones. I think Bill O'Brien's been terrible.
Oh, also someone's coming in the door. I hate Marvin Lewis.
I don't really like him either, but at the same time.
He's 0-5 in the playoffs.
Yes. But.
He's like really, really bad.
He has been bad.
And
it's been very bad.
All right, so I guess the whole score is 3-2 in favor of the Bengals, and I think the Bengals will win this.
I think the Bengals are going to win this game too, because it's just too.
Okay, do we even bother to waste our time for this Thursday night game? It's Tennessee and Jacksonville. I'm picking Jacksonville.
I'm picking Jacksonville.
Well,
well, that was quick.
Well, that's it. That's it for us. So this has been the Football Reporters. We are out of here.
We'll catch you on Friday. Yes.